Good afternoon, everyone, and since good evening, everyone, and welcome to the post-market analysis of Nifty, Bank Nifty, as well as Sensex on the 4th of December. So, I have to say it was a very, very volatile expiry. In the sense, let us quickly go to the chart and discuss. Right. So, this is what Nifty has in the daily time frame for us. So, yeah, when we go look at the 5 minute throughout the day, yeah, just the A extension getting in the way. So Nifty did open almost very slight gap down at yeah, this was the a very slight gap down, and went all the way up to 25,940, almost 940. From there shot up almost 150 points, came down more than 100 points, went up more than 50 points, and it was like kind of Nifty was going all over the places. Uh, and we expected this to some extent ahead of the RBI policy meet, sorry, RBI interest rate decision. But Bank Nifty, look at this. Bank Nifty had a gap down opening, went up by almost from 215 to almost 546, so that is almost 300 points, but came down almost a percentage, right? So from 550 to 59,000 almost, and settled at 59,270. So again, that also following a similar pattern. Sensex also, it was Sensex expiry. Sensex opened gap down. It was a considerable rally in the initial phase, came down, went up, and closed almost at 85,000 itself. So, see, it was very volatile expiry. We had positions, but our positions at the end of the day we had to close, almost flat. It was nothing major or significant. But in fact, I personally feel I missed out on multiple opportunities today. I should have made more of the opportunity which did arise. Okay. Now the next one, if I look at the 1 day time frame, okay, so there is something interesting here. See, on the first day of the December series, which is November 26th, means just after the monthly expiry in November of Nifty, Nifty did open gap down. We all of us expected a gap up opening on that day because SGX Nifty indicated Nifty to open almost at yeah, this is Nifty. I will go back to Sensex. Sorry, this is Sensex. I will go back to Nifty. So everyone expected Nifty to open at somewhere around 25,950 at this level somewhere, but it opened almost 100 points gap down from where we expected. But in the initial 1 minute itself, there was a very good covering in rally. Nifty shot up like anything and went up to 26,200 on that particular day. It was a very bullish day, and still after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of continuous red candles, market not behaving well for the past, let's say, 5, 6 trading sessions, still that low is not even touched. That low of 25,850, let us keep it at 850, that is not even touched, and that is still being held. That low is very much respected still. So hopefully, because that is the first day and from there were enough buyers, hopefully from now on also we can respect that level. So that is what I am also hoping. And from there, again, I don't expect a very big rally unless we get a trigger. So what could be the trigger? Trigger could definitely be the India US trade deal, which we don't know, which has been in the air for quite some time now. We don't know if exactly when that is going to happen, but probably that should be happening in some time. So let us hope that happens, sometime sooner rather than later, and that could be the trigger for market to take out the all-time high. Another interestingly, still we have not closed on a closing basis. We have not closed above this high of 26,216. On a closing basis, that still remains the highest point of closing for Nifty, and that happened on September 26, 2024. 1 year, almost 1 year, 3 months before. Okay, almost 15 months before that happened. Still, we are not able to close above that on a closing basis. Yes, we did go up above that multiple times, but we couldn't manage to close. Now, yes, let's go take a look at the open interest for the day. Open interest, I don't think there is something exciting in open interest. Yeah, the 26,500 and the 25,500. And in the meanwhile, there are enough straddles. There are good number of straddles at 26,000, and the straddle prices would mean Nifty could be ranging between. See, in the initial phase of the month, Nifty could be ranging between 25,700 to 26,300, and that could be the range for this month as well. I mean, at least for this week, until we get a trigger. Until we get a trigger, I don't think nothing significant is going to happen. About tomorrow, we are having the RBI interest rate decision, but I don't know. See, I still don't understand how they can cut the rates, because the RBI governor came up and said there is enough room for rate cut, but with rupee falling so much and with the GDP data being so good, I don't think there is no need and there is no scope for now. I don't think they will cut the interest rate. Maybe they will possibly say, okay, interest rate could happen in possibly February or the next January, February or something, just to keep the market intact so that it doesn't fall much, just to make sure, just to give a feeling to everyone that things are looking fine. To the FIDI data, FIs have sold in cash segment again, sellers for the 7th consecutive session. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th consecutive session, FIs are net sellers. DAs bought for almost double the quantity, not exactly double though. FIs have sold futures, FIs are short on puts, FIs are short on calls as well, significantly short on call options as well. So that is the, and I was looking at the monthly data of FIs. See, as till date, see the amount of massive selling they have done. It is only what 4 trading sessions into December, and they have already sold for 10,000 crores. Look at the data for November, October as well as November. They had only sold for 2,000 and 17,000 crore. So 2000 crore for 1 month, let's ignore that. But 17,000 crore, yes, something is there. But in the first 4 sessions, it's only 4 sessions, and still FIs have sold this much. I'm still unable to comprehend this. Could this be money pulling out of IPOs? Could very possibly be. That is, I think, the only way we can somehow justify this. Or even maybe because of the Bank Nifty rejig, as well as index being reshuffled again. I don't know how long can they keep selling all these things. Let's see. Now, looking at the SGX Nifty data, we are expecting, where was, let's go check where it was at 3:30. At around 3:30, this was trading somewhere around 175. Now it is at 145 roughly, so around 20 to 30 points gap down opening is what we expect in tomorrow's market opening. How about the global data? The US is trading currently slight negative with S&P 500 VIX. See, I am unable to think of any market worldwide which is as volatile as US markets in the last 1 month or so. Just too volatile. Okay. Now US in the negative, Europe generally in the positive, slightly in the green, and Asian markets are also slightly in the green. So possibly there is nothing much to take away from the global markets, and there is no one-to-one correlation between Indian markets and the global markets these days. We have not been following the global cues exactly as such. So we will see. Again, I do not have any overnight positions for tomorrow. This was the position by the end of the day. This was what I had, just nothing much. Okay, and my holdings also went in the negative, almost 1.5 percentage. This is my newly revamped portfolio. I still have some funds, but I will be unable to use that. I won't be able to use that because I have to get some funds out of this and have some other needs with it. Okay, so again, that's it for today's post market analysis. Hopefully, if Nifty can close above 26,200 again, another closing above 26,200 is where we could see, okay, markets are likely to go bullish again. And definitely there is going to be some resistance at 26,500, and obviously at 25,850 there could be a definite support as well. But if at all 25,850 is broken, from here on, if it is broken, things are not really good for the market anymore. Okay, so there are also talks that this all-time high, yeah, when I go check the all-time high, is this the most feared all-time high ever? That was one caption I read in YouTube last week, last day. Okay, so the all-time high of almost 26,277, let's say 26,300. See, there is enough selling here, and we came up here how many times on November 20th we were here, came down, and December number 27, 28, and December 1 we were here, we came down, and that happens after 15 months, and still there is nothing to ponder about in the positive manner. So is this the most feared all-time high? If it is taken out, then there are no sellers up top. Hopefully we can get a very good rally. Let's hope for the good in the RBI interest rate decision tomorrow. And if it does not come up as we expect, we will take positions accordingly. For the timing, we do not have any overnight positions. Till we meet again in tomorrow's live trading session, hopefully.